Welcome to my channel called Everything Jamaica. I'm Cassie and I'm born Jamaican and can tell you all you need to know about the island is people, music, culture, and food. Today we'll talk about one of the top 10 Jamaican dancehall artists, and it will be Buju Banton today. Now, before we actually outline the top 10, so you can go check that out in our other videos. And of course, if you like what you see, please share and subscribe and check out our other videos as well. And of course, press the notification bell to be notified when new content hits our channel. Now let's get into it. Buju Banton, whose real name is Mark Anthony Myrie, is a prominent Jamaican reggae and dancehall artist. He was born on July 15, 1973 in Kingston, Jamaica. Now, Buju is known for his powerful and conscious lyrics as well as his distinctive voice and captivating stage presence. He has made a significant impact on the global reggae and dancehall scene, earning a loyal fan base and numerous accolades throughout his career. Now, how it all started for Buju is that Buju developed an interest in music from a young age and began recording and performing in the early 1980s. He gained attention as a teenager with his early recordings, demonstrating his talent and passion for the music. Now, his rise to fame really happened in 1992 when Buju Banton gained international recognition with his album Mr. Mention, which featured hit singles like Bogle and Love Me Browning. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Now, this success catapulted him to the forefront of the dancehall scene, and he became one of the most sought-after reggae and dancehall artists. Now, Buju Banton is overall renowned for incorporating socially conscious and uplifting themes into his music. His songs often address issues such as poverty, inequality, and spirituality, earning respect as a conscious reggae artist. Now, back to the song Love Me Browning. That actually was quite controversial, and a lot of people spoke out about it because they thought that Buju Banton was showing that he actually preferred lighter skinned black women, which was an issue. And because the song was like, me love my car, me love my bike, me love my money and timber, most of all, me love my browning. And many people thought that they weren't happy that it glorified, of course, lighter skinned women and accused Buju of denigrating the beauty of darker skinned black women. So in response, he released Love Black Women, which spoke of his love for dark-skinned beauties, and the song lyrics for that go, "Me not stop cry for all black women, respect all girls, them with dark complexion." I can't sing, but you get the point. Now, in 1992, that was actually a great year for Buju because he actually broke Bob Marley's record for the greatest #1 singles in the year. And Buju is pretty known for his gruff voice, and that dominated Jamaican airways for the duration of the year. And Banton's debut album, Mr. Mention, includes many of his greatest hits from that year, including Bonafide Love, featuring Wayne Wonder, the singer who first brought Buju out as a guest star on the annual Jamaican stage show Sting. And again, in 1992, another controversy happened. The unsanctioned re-release of Boom Bye Bye, which, oh my gosh, that became such an anthem. And I remember that was playing in clubs overseas and much later on. And then when it was discovered what was being said, that was also something else. So they thought that he was lashing out against people of the gay community. And oh my gosh, it became such an outrage in the United States in the United States and Europe. And Buju Banton ended up being dropped from the lineup of the WOMAD festival and numerous other scheduled performances. And of course, he had to issue a public apology because of that song. Now, in 1993, on the Mercury Polygram label, Buju released the hit Voice of Jamaica in 1993. And these tracks included, oh my gosh, Deportee, a song which criticized the Jamaicans went abroad but never sending money home. Oh gosh, I remember that. Tribal War, which is a collaboration with Tony Rebel, Brian, and Tony Gold and Terry Ganzi. And of course, there's also Little Roy, which was a classic reggae song of the same name, and Billy Don't Be Silly, which includes songs about safe sex and use of contraceptive. And the good thing about it is that the profit from that went to a charity supporting children with AIDS. And also, he won several awards that year at the Caribbean Music Festival and the Canadian Music Awards. Now, some of Buju's lyrics dealt with violent themes, and I mean, that's just the reality of what happens in Kingston And he himself suffered or experienced some violence that came close to home, where he, in 1993, three of his friends were murdered, and that included DJs Panid and Dirtsman and singer Mikey Simpson. And his response was this incredible song that is still playing in so much in dancehall music and all that, right? And where you go, it's Murderer. Oh my gosh, that song is so good. And it talk about the prevailing gun violence, of course, that happens. The song is just, it inspired several clubs to stop playing songs with excessive violence subject matter, and it has become an anthem in anywhere that you go. And of course, later on in 1994, Buju was also affected by the death of his great friend, Garnet Silk. Oh, he's another one that was so incredible at the time. And with that, he transformed more into the Rastafari movement and began growing locks. And his performances and musical releases, they took on more of a spiritual tone. And Buju basically toured Europe and Japan, playing out sold-out shows. Now, in the 2000, he released Unchained Spirits, which featured Luciano, Morgan Heritage, Stephen Marley, and Rancid, as well as Friends for Life, which included Mr. Nine, and that was an anti-gun song that was a hit in Jamaican dancehall as well as internationally. And the album that he released focused more on the African diaspora, and even had excerpts from Marcus Garvey. And they Pay Not Play was also featured on the album and displayed a gradual return to themes more popular in dancehall. And it even had a hip-hop influence with an inclusion of rapper Fat Joe. In 2006, he released Too Bad, an album that was more dancehall-oriented in style. And it actually had Driver A, which was one of the slower tracks on the album. And but at the same time, that revived Sly and Robbie's Taxi Rhythm. Oh my God, that was a famous rhythm. And with that, Buju performed the 2007 Cricket World Cup opening with Third World and Beres Hammond. And the album Rasta Got Soul was actually released in 2009. And that had long-time collaborations with Donovan, Jermaine, Stephen Marson, and Wycliffe John. And the thing is, Rasta Got Soul was a 100% roots reggae album recorded over a 7-year period before its release, and it went on to earn Buju Banton his 4th Grammy nomination for Best Reggae Album in 2010. In 2011, Buju Banton faced legal troubles when he was arrested in the United States on drug-related charges, and actually February 13, 2011, one day before he was scheduled to have his second court trial in Tampa, Florida, Buju Banton's album Before the Dawn was announced as the winner of the Best Reggae Album at the 53rd Annual Grammy Awards. And on February 22, 2011, he was found guilty of conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute 5 or more kilograms of cocaine, and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Now, during his incarceration, I mean, he continued to receive support from fans and fellow musicians who advocated for his release. And Buju Banton returned to music when he was released from prison in December 7, 2018. And I mean, he was met with worldwide overwhelming support and anticipation from fans worldwide. And his concert Long Walk to Freedom, which to celebrate his release from prison, Buju Banton actually held it at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica on March 16, 2019. It attracted, I remember so many people I know actually went to that event, huge fans from around the world, and it just marked his triumphant return to the station, to the stage. Buju Banton's music continues to resonate with fans throughout the world, and his impact on the reggae and dancehall genre is just immeasurable. As an artist, he remains an influential figure in the music industry and is an embodiment of Jamaican cultural expression. So folks, that's all that we have for Buju Banton. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, look out for details on other artists that we'll be doing, including we still have Vibes Cartel, Beanie Man, Shaggy to do, Sean Paul. Of course, if you do like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. And it is viewers like you who make our channel grow. And again, thank you so much for watching. And as we Jamaicans say, walk good and take care of yourself.